The bigger the ego, the bigger the fall. You know, it's true. You know, it's. I wrote it up from personal experience of being, you know, going through a stupid breakup with someone I really cared about, and it's about guilt. It's about retribution. All that stuff. And there's a hint. There's a hint of comedy in it as well. You know, so I fell on my ass. You know, I like saying things like that in songs. And but
comeuppance, or
it's about comeuppance, and it's about rebuilding, restructuring, and coming forward and being a better person. But I still feel that there's a way to go yet. And I will greet you when the sun shines again. There's always a friend waiting with welcoming hands at the end of this apocalyptic experience.
So maybe the importance of a little bit of humiliation or a little bit of, you know, bruised pride.
Yeah, it's a very personal song, which is against my, you know, norm. Which usually it's about, so I write what I feel through somebody else.
Do you think that's happened more as you've got older? You've used personas less?
No, it's got more as being a solo artist. Because the difference is, when you're a solo artist, people think it's really you singing. With a group, or a band, I could hide behind the band's image. But with solo music, it's really more difficult. I had a lot of challenges doing a solo record.
Does that make it more nerve-wracking?
Nerve-wracking?
Yeah, when
when
it's out there.
Lonesome, it gets lonesome. It gets really, it's more lonely. Even though, like, my brother irritated me and we came to blows, and
he was still there.
But the fire, you know, it's a fire that creates, and the spark, and getting new musicians into the same mindset is quite difficult. You need to upset people. You need to have a bit of you know, conflict, because you know, it's what I think lots of great records, great drama, great literature is about conflict. And there's a lot of that in the music, certainly the stuff I did with the Kings.
So after the fall, it would be great if we could hear this.
I just had a really bad fall, and this time it was harder to get up than before. I shouted to the heavens and a vision appeared. I cried out, "Can you help?" It replied, "Not at all." After the fall is over, you will be on your own. After the fall is over, there'll be wrecks to clear in this war zone. There'll be much to clean and time to atone. But while it's dark, you can shelter here in the bleak midwinter when you're feeling fear. Ah, but when the mist clears, the sun will shine again. Life's gotta have direction. After the deals are done, you've got to ask yourself the question. Ask yourself, why'd you go through it all? When morality kicks in, who's gonna catch you when you fall? I'm a sinner waiting at the traveler's rest, seeking refuge from a storm, and I'm a grateful guest. Then a prophet cries out in hard altitudes. I smile and say, "Hey, I was just passing through." Then an angel says, "Wait, we'll tell you when to move. Even at the gates of heaven, I'll be waiting in a queue." seems like I'm falling upwards into the great white blue. With all my imperfections, you can learn new lines and fabricate a show. But the way we come in, yeah, that's the way we're gonna go. She didn't lie to conquer our fears. You can put on a smile just to cover up the tears. But when the mist clears, the sun will shine again. After the fall, so gonna be a better day. After the fall is over. So I fell on my ass, now I'm feeling the pain, but the feeling will pass, and so will the shame. The bigger the ego, the bigger the fall. When your reputation counts for nothing at all. Ah, but when the mist clears, the sun will shine again. I'm gonna greet you when the sun shines again. After the fall, gonna be a better day. After the fall is over.
Can I ask you what keeps inspiring you to write? You haven't stopped writing. A lot of people have stopped writing. People who are, or a lot of bands, a lot of people who formed bands in the 60s have been content to carry along with a certain line. But you've kept changing styles and you've kept trying to write something that has some sort of meaning and validity. So there must be a reason why you still need to write.
I think because the things that inspired me, I keep thinking back to when I was an artist drawing pictures. There were still the misfits and there were still the outsiders. And in a sense, my whole musical sort of experience has been about those people, the oddball people. And there are more of us around than you realise.
More of us? So you include yourself in that number?
Yeah, of course. I think so. I don't know what I would have done if I hadn't have discovered how to do this strange occupation.
Being an artist, you think? Do you think that would have been possible?
Yeah, but I was studying formal stuff. I would have been a grumpy art lecturer if I'd still been around doing that. Painting is too much of a discipline. It's I still revere great art in that sense, visual arts. I'm very interested in video art, film art, and I've made a couple of films. Interested in theatre, but the great thing about traditional art really is I find awe-inspiring. It's just still a challenge I never met fully.
But you don't think that discipline applies to songwriting?
No, I'm still going to write the best song. I still feel that the next song is going to be the best. It's a never-ending journey, I think. There's always a new idea. This magnificent art form that's basically 3 minutes long, or sometimes 5 or 6 minutes. But fundamentally, it's a very short, concise way of explaining a story or evoking an idea or a thought. I think it's, to me, I'm still experiencing it and travelling, still finding new things to sing about.
Long may you continue. Thank you very much
indeed.
Thank you.
Right.
Thanks, Ray.
Good.
That was
Good.
great.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.